my name is RJ Cuares. I currently lead Visa Consulting and Analytics for regional Southeast Asia. So that covers markets Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Myanmar, and Cambodia. So I lead a team of consultants and data scientists that basically help our clients grow their business, solve for their pain points, and shape their strategy using data-driven solutions. I'm also, as you would have seen, I'm also one of the founding partners of Reaction. So this is a global community of entrepreneurs, investors, and executives who share a vision for a world where innovation can meaningfully change more lives in less time. So a little bit more about myself. So I grew up in the Philippines, and after taking up statistics in the university, I joined Citibank as my first job. So I was a data analyst there, and that's where I actually learned credit cards business and retail banking products from the lens of a business analyst. I then moved to Standard Chartered Bank, where I feel that's where I matured as a banking data analytics leader. So 14 years ago, I moved internally from SCB Philippines to SCB Singapore Regional Office. So yes, I'm based in Singapore with my family, living here for over 14 years now. At Visa, so I was still doing analytics at Visa. We use the power of the payments network, the data, transactional data, along with a strong team of data scientists that basically create or form data-backed solutions for shaping payments, the payment industry, and the future of commerce using, of course, responsible AI. Reaction, on the other hand, was born out of the Stanford University Graduate School of Business SET class of 2019. So last year, I had the courage to take a pause in my career. I went for an intensive course in Stanford, and that's where I met leaders with diverse background and global reach. And the data, basically, the exponential growth of data has seen unprecedented potential. And so the innovations that will come out of this in the next decade across many industries will far outpace the last 50 years innovation. The world's expectations about data are evolving rapidly, and explainable machine learning models, or AI, to fuel a sustainable world. So that's a hot topic right now. Data has not just been the what or the hindsight, right? So we have now moved to insight. So what's all things so the question on why, that's being answered by data now. All the things, all the external factors, all the things that affect what happened is the why. So that's the insight. But then it gets better, right? So the questions that we now ask is what could possibly happen in the future. So we get into the predictive analytics side of it, or the propensity modeling. So from hindsight to insight to foresight. So this basically the changing expectations of how we use data in this sort of trajectory. And I can talk about the fourth one, which is also optimization. How do we optimize the knowledge of this data? But then you wrap around this data ethics, right? So then that brings you to how people expect use of data, which is responsible. So the data security, data privacy, and also and I mentioned earlier about explainable machine learning models, or AI. Of course, there's a lot of so I work mostly in the financial and banking industry. So a lot of regulation has to be put in place also with the use of data. So it's not a black box where you put data and out comes your model. So you need to be able to explain what's happening, why things are being predicted as such. So these are like some of the things that sort of now a hot topic in this space in data science and data analytics. And of course, we want to be able to use this to make the world a better place, right? Learning by doing. So don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty. So I started as a coder. Like I did coding myself, right? And that's something that you might not know for at the outset, but then just get your hands dirty and start doing it, right? So don't be afraid to be comfortable with being vulnerable, of not knowing something the first time. And that's because that's how you learn, that's how you grow. Have a learning mindset, a growth mindset, essentially. You might not make it the first time, you might fail the first time, but then you learn and then you do it better. I'd say it's not always perfect. You do it right or better the next time around. But that the important thing is the progress on making it better and learning things as you go along. So the first one is be kind. So two very powerful words. It has a very broad meaning as well. Be kind in your actions, be kind in your words, and most importantly, be kind in your thoughts. So there will be harsh decisions that you might need to make, but it might be the right or kind thing to do. And these, like I've spoken about being kind to others in that context. But more than that, being kind to yourself is more important, right? So as a woman, as women leaders, you know, we wear many hats. So we are daughters, we are sisters, we are friends, we are partners, we are mothers, we are athletes, we are artists, right? Essentially, we are a person with aspiration, right? And so be kind to yourself, allow yourself to set dreams, to set those aspirations and go for it, right? And also, having said that, acknowledge that definitely you can be the best in everything that you set out to do. But acknowledge that just not all at the same time. So be kind to yourself, give yourself space to accomplish something one or two at a time. So, you know, because then that's how you basically achieve the best that you can. Get support, get help. The second idea or learning that I want to share, I think nothing ever worth doing is ever easy. So I think I borrowed that from a famous quote from Theodore Roosevelt. But it's true. I mean, I feel that the most satisfying success is that you have worked hard for and smart for, you know. Of course, quick wins, easy success, those by all means celebrate it. But I feel that the most satisfying and rewarding is that you have really worked hard for or did your 101% on, right? So make it worthwhile, make it worth your time to do the things that you really want to accomplish. And then finally, it's a journey and it's not it's a journey, not a destination, right? Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with things, with ideas and people that inspires you, because it's going to be so if you're here for the long haul, you need those to keep you on track, to keep you in check, to make sure that you are working towards that trajectory, wherever that might be. So each person's journey will be different, and having those different combinations of things, people, ideas passion projects, mentors, sponsors will help shape how you basically progress through this journey.